up, guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. My name is Ansar, and today, with my help of my brother Al, we are gonna continue working on the Audi A4. We've already done the grille, the fog lights, the relocation of the license plate. We did the clear bra on the hood and on the fenders. We still need to do it on the mirrors, but I want to get the aftermarket wheels that I bought on the car back on it for the summer. It's kind of late, but you know, I really want to get everything done before we put it on the road. And here are my Miro 111 18 by 9.5 wheels for the Audi. Right now they're disgusting. They were sitting in the basement, and I think we had like a water leak, and they just got tore up. So as you can see, they're full of grime and dirt all up in them. They haven't been cleaned for a while because they've been just sitting. So they're pretty disgusting, but we're gonna clean them up, make them look as close to brand new again, and put them back on the car so you guys can check them out. And we're one step closer to getting the car back on the road. And so we sprayed it down a little bit. Now we're going to use some power wash foam soap, and then we're going to foam them all up and scrub them down again. Alright guys, and just to show you the difference, you saw how it was before. Now look how clean they came out. So I definitely recommend, if you have new wheels, old wheels, once you clean them once, before you even put them on the car, hit them with a layer of some wheel wax. It'll definitely make taking the brake dust off and the grime and everything a lot easier. I mean, I barely had to use any elbow grease to get these really clean. Just a quick wipe with a brush, and they look great. Now it's not going to be perfect, you know, there's going to be some tar and stuff that sticks on, but this one here had a ton of tar on it, and now look at it. Looks awesome. Alright guys, we finished washing the wheels. They look great. We put another coat of wax on them on the inside of the barrel and on the outside, so it'll protect it for another season. And right now Al's got one right now. He's gonna put on the driver's side. We got the front wheels on. We still need to do the back wheels, so let me sit you down. I'm gonna put the jack under it and drop it down. All right, so when we initially did all this work, we did a initial 93 octane tune on the stock turbo, and then from JHM, and then we got the full K04-R turbo kit for the car. And at the time, they didn't have the full 93 octane version available, so we flashed on the 91 octane tune. And I mean, it took them a little while before I got the 93 octane, and then I heard actually from the forums from AutoZine that they finally completed it. So now that we already are in the garage, have everything apart, kind of things are slowly going back together, everything looks good. So we are now going to flash the JHM 93 octane tune for the A4 B7 2.0T, and we're running the K04-R turbo kit with the small front mount intercooler, full exhaust system, meaning test pipe, down pipe, and S4 cat back from there, or from down pipe from there. And we're running an ECS intake. Now this also has the S3 injectors, high pressure fuel pump, all from JHM. It was part of the kit. And I mean, it was really good. Everything went together really easy. We're also running an ECS catch can just to stop some blow by from going back into the motor. One of the steps when you're flashing a tune yourself on the car, you got to be very careful. And one of the things is to make sure you have a battery tender on your car, and making sure that that battery is fully charged and it keeps charged, because during the process you don't want to lose power to the car system, or else you can screw up the tune and cause other problems. So right now, since it's been a while since we flashed the car, we're still trying to remember how we did it. Now we purchased, JHM has a OBD2 adapter that needs to plug into your computer, and then from there they have software that you need to install onto your laptop, and then it'll connect to their server in their shop, and then you'll download the version that you have. Now there's multiple versions. There's the basic JHM tune, which is with the stock turbo and like no real upgrades, and then they have one if you have a couple other upgrades. So you have a couple of different tunes to pick from depending on what type of upgrades you have on the car. Now pretty much I think we have everything done to this car other than a fully built motor. So we are going to be running their 93 octane tune for their K04-R turbo. That is for a stock motor, not a built motor. I believe they could do custom tunes too for you. If you call them up and let them know, I'll put the link to the website down below. So if you guys are interested in it, I know there are other companies out there that some other people are you know, adamant about how great they are. And you know what, JHM has been pretty good to me. Their customer service has been pretty good. I send a bunch of emails to Jake back and forth even before I started buying their parts, to kind of understand how it works, if it's exactly what I wanted. He helped me troubleshoot some of the issues that I was facing with the car when we first got it. So a bunch of nice guys. Yeah, so there are other companies, larger companies that do tuning for Audis and Volkswagens. APR comes to mind as one of the bigger companies. But I didn't want to take my computer out and send it out. I wanted to be able to flash it myself, and also kind of have that hands-on, you know. I didn't want to be down for a couple of days while you send it back and forth. Although I hear great things about APR. I hear all their tunes and products that they provide are really awesome. And you know, maybe on another car I'll try it out on, but right now I kind of stick with JHM. You know, we're running a lot of their products, so and it's been running really good, and no real major issues with the tune or anything. So I'm really excited to see what this 93 octane tune is going to provide, if it's going to be that much of a difference than what we were running with the 91 octane tune. I mean, that was more of a base file, they told me. So I mean, I feel like they're going to be hitting a lot more parameters in this one, as far as, you know, partial throttle and things like that. Maybe lean it up, because with the 91 octane, I'm guessing was a lot richer mix with us always running 93 octanes. So I feel like there is some power to be picked up. I don't know if it's gonna be a ton because it's not a huge turbo. The K04-R turbo's on. Okay, it's pretty much K04 that's been upgraded by JHM. But it's pretty much straightforward. Al's right now going through the directions. We have it connected to the computer. Now we have to make sure that we get to the website and to their server. Make sure we connect to their server. We're making sure the laptop's plugged in and has power because we don't want that losing any power. The car is on the tender, battery tender. I think we have everything else done. So once we get everything figured out, gets the file connected and loaded, I'll show you what it looks like on the screen. Okay guys, so it's another day. We were working on trying to get the tune installed from JHM, the upgraded tune. And we ran into some issues. Originally, when we first did the tune, there was a couple of steps you had to do. You had to connect to their VPN and then go to their browser, and that's where you would log in and get the tune downloads. So after we ran into the issue, it wasn't working, it wasn't connecting, we called them up, and then they verified with us that no, we came up with a newer solution that's easier. So for anyone that's getting a JHM tune now, it's a lot simpler process than before. So now there is literally just a JHM app that you use. You go to that website, you log in with your credentials that they give you, and then from there it will read your computer, and it usually gives you it'll give you the tunes that are available for your car. So seeing that we already have a JHM tune on this, it should be a little bit easier. Right now I have Al is setting up the laptop with the connector, and let's go over some of the stuff that needs to get done. I don't know if we talked about it before. When you're doing any type of tune on your own, you want to make sure that you have a battery tender on the car, so just so that the car doesn't go dip too low and the computer has enough power. Also, you want a really good internet connection. We actually ran an internet cable from the house to our computer just so we don't run into any issues with Wi-Fi. But if you are using Wi-Fi, you have to make sure you're having like a full signal, because last thing you want to do is to screw up in the middle of the tune, because you can mess up your computer. So once Alec has that all set up, we'll show you the process we go through to get the tune and start loading it. And I believe we don't have much more left. Maybe just a wax of the car, and then we could give it a test drive and see how it performs with the new tune. I'm really excited. It's been a little while. The car's been sitting here. As you know, we've been doing a lot of work to it. And once this car is out, we're going to be doing a lot of videos on the ML350 next, because we have a lot of maintenance parts and some fixes that we are planning on doing. And so there's a lot of videos to look forward to that we're going to be doing. I mean, I love these wheels on this car. These Miro
sounds right to me.
Miro 111 wheels in the 18 by 9.5. They actually, for 18, just going up one size, look giant on this car. You know, we had the stock 17s on there, the sport wheels, and we moved up to these, and I really am happy with them. They run really good. We're running Pirelli tires on them. The sizes that I decided to run, we could have probably went a little wider. I feel like the Pirellis are not as wide as some of the other brands, because I figured it would have been more of a square sidewall. This looks like a slight stretch to the tire, so it may be a little narrower than, even though it's the same size. But these are, let me see if I remember correctly, we're running 235 40/18s. Yeah, so we went down, I think, one size from a 45 to a 40, but this actually rides a little better than the 17s with the 45s. But that could be because of the tires. I have some cheap tires on it, on the stock wheels. So the Pirellis do ride really nice. It's quiet. The only thing that I really want to get dialed in is the alignment, because I feel like when we originally did the alignment, we went to just a regular store that doesn't deal with you know, dropped cars. Even though this car is not super dropped, I mean, we have all the adjustments. I think they just made the wheels as flat as possible. So I feel like these Audis need a little bit of camber on them to handle better. So just in regular ride, it's fine. It tracks straight and everything. But then when you start turning in with the way this alignment is now, it kind of feels a little floaty to me. I don't know if any of you guys have any experience with that, and shoot a message down below and let me know what your input is as what the alignment should be on these cars. But from what I read in the forums, you kind of want like 1.5 degrees of camber on these wheels. I could be wrong. I still have a lot more research to do and see what's the best way to align these cars and what's the best for handling. I mean, I don't want to wear through tires super fast, but you know, you still want these cars to handle, you know, at least as good as it was before we did the rims. So we'll see where we're gonna go from there. Right now Al's finishing up on that, and we'll come back once we get that stuff set up. Guys, so we logged into the JHM browser and we selected our tune, which is we're going from the base tune that came with the turbo kit, which was a 91 octane tune. We needed a 93. The 93 is available now. We clicked on a 93 octane tune, and it's currently writing the tune. Right before it starts, it asks you to turn the car off and then back to the on position. And as you can see, we're at 14%. It's going to take a little while, as you know, they said it's about 20 to 30 minutes to do the writing of the tune, and then we will probably do a start after we're done. Like I was saying, once the tune is done, it's supposed to disconnect you from the server. After that, you're gonna turn the car off and then turn the key to off, unhook the flash cable, turn the key back to the run position and wait 1 minute. Do not start the car. After that 1 minute after the 1 minute you wait, you're gonna start the car and then disconnect the battery tender, and that pretty much is the whole process of the tune. It's really simple. It's not that hard. I think the most difficult part is checking to make sure you have the right file to download, and you guys can call technical support or ECS. They not ECS, JHM. You can call JHM and they'll walk you through what the exact file name and type you need to click on and move over. So once we went to our file, we clicked on the 93 octane tune, we moved that over to the burn section, we clicked burn file, and we're on our way. So it's actually moving pretty quick. As you can see, we're at 43%. I don't know if you're gonna see that here.
All right, guys, we actually gave it a good 5 minutes, and we're now gonna put the key back in, start the car with the new tune for 93 octane JHM. Doggy's on the side. He wants to take a nap, but he's not gonna like when the car gets started. Sounds smooth to me.
And as you can see, as soon as we started up, we get back up to 13.4 volts. This is the reason why we put the battery charger or tender on it, so that we don't drop too much in voltage while we're doing the process, while leaving the car on. Now, one of the things that they wrote in the instructions is that when you first do the tune, there's a possibility of getting some check engine lights and stuff like that. Like right now, we have the traction control light that's off. Truthfully, you could go into the system and take off the codes and then drive it, but with this, I've seen this happen before when doing other things on the car, and I'm putting it back, like taking the battery off or even running it on the dyno. The traction light sometimes comes on because it's not sensing the car moving. So after you drive it for a couple of miles, it goes away, which I think will be the same thing once we get this on the road and start driving it. But no check engine lights. We just have our handbrake up and the seatbelt light on. Everything seems pretty good. As you can see, let me turn the lights on. The idle is dead straight, no loping idle or anything. Car is still kind of cold, although it's hot as hell in this garage. let's see if we go use our P3 gauge here. Well, there's our boost. We got about 19.4 for vacuum. Let's see what else. Air, ignition. Let's see, I guess the timing's retarded. EGTs. I mean, sounds pretty good. No issues so far. Alright guys, we're gonna button everything up, and to finish this off, we're gonna take it on the road and do a little test drive to see how the new tune feels. What's up guys? It's another day. We finally got the car out. We're actually at the park. We've been actually driving the car for a while now, after we did the tune, and I have to say I'm really impressed with it. It's really, one thing that I notice overall right now is that it really smoothed everything out. The car is a lot easier to drive. As far as, you know, like partial throttle, kind of, you know, stop and go traffic, it's a lot, it just feels smoother overall. So just for like a daily driving, I feel like that part has gotten better as we go over all these bumps. As far as the power, if it's more than what it was before, it's hard to tell because we've been having such hot weather the last couple days, actually even weeks, because right now it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning and it's already 88 degrees, and humidity's high. So, you know, turbo cars really don't like when it's this hot out. So I can't really say if it picked up any power right now. When it gets cooler, then we'll be better able to tell if it really did pick up more power. I definitely would like to do another dyno on it with everything done. Hopefully, if things get better here in New York, where businesses are opening back up again, I'll be able to take it out to VTR and get it tuned. Not get it tuned, I'm sorry, and get it dynoed. But right now I'm really happy with the tune. It's really consistent. It feels good. The shifting and, you know, between gears, you know, you're not getting that fall off on power. It's just really smooth. So I'm actually really happy with it. Now, pretty much, I think that concludes all the power mods we're going to be doing and upgrades as far as the motor is concerned. I think the only thing other that I would like to do with this is the front bumper, to upgrade it to that Duval RS4 style front bumper, and maybe do something about the fog lights, you know, as far as, because that does not have the connections or the brackets for the fog lights, so I would have to come up with something to make the stock fog lights work in that bumper. Or you can go with like an aftermarket fog light and you know, hook it up to where the stock ones would work. What else? I mean, the car feels really good. Like we're already at 90 degrees outside. This is crazy. You know, we're dealing with this heat wave right now. But car's running really good. Smooth. Idle's been really smooth. You know, you don't have that weird fluctuation sometimes, like when you get off the gas and kind of when you're like full acceleration and then get off it, and you come kind of to a very slow speed, it would sometimes you get that variable RPM. So I think this setup is a really good setup for like a daily driver. You know, it's not a huge turbo that you have to wait for wait for the power to kick in, or the boost to kick in. Guys, I think this will wrap up this video for today. The car is looking good. It's driving really good. I can't wait to put this on the dyno when I have time so we can see what the car makes. But right now I'm having a blast driving it. I mean, we've already put about maybe 200 miles on the new JHM 93 octane tune, and it's been great. As far as drivability, awesome. Power, I mean, the car was making good power before, and with how hot the temperatures have been, I think that's why we're not feeling it as much. But I can't wait till the weather gets a little cooler. Maybe if the track opens up, maybe take it back to the track and see how it does in the quarter mile. But until then, if you guys are new to the channel and you like the videos, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.